Shalom Yashra. How we doing tonight? Real quick, I just want to let you know a couple things that's happened to me yesterday. First of all esteem, all praise, all honor, all glory to the Most High Yahuwah, our wonderful Creator, who has been giving me messages. And like I said in that last video, this one here, with the thumbnail, "Ye shall not surely die." I have been getting attacks. I've had people say that I was Satan because of this, because of that video. And like I said in that video, it's so important, so huge, what he showed me about the fruit and the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I was banned from sending messages on Messenger. I think I've just gotten that restored. And I could tell you a lot about more. I guess I would say more about how these Christians, the falling away people, are like wolves in sheep's clothing, ravenous wolves. But yeah, they banned me on Messenger from sending. I could receive messages, but could not reply to anyone. And the attacks were, I overlooked them, but it's obvious to see it is a demonic spirit who does not want that message getting out. And there was so much I could have elaborated on in that video. You know, I was mainly trying to plead with people, especially my mom and her congregation. But there's so much that can tie into that. Even the Cobra Vampire and all this, the whole thing is it has to do with that. But I want to show you a few things that happened to me besides the Messenger thing. If we well, I can't show you the messages, I guess, but another thing that I was shown before that I didn't get to talk about in that video, the persecution of us is going to start. It already started, but it's going to ramp up in the it's going to get really bad really soon. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to Google real quick and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. And I know you've probably seen what I'm talking about. The news stories and headlines and talking points have been nothing but about us, pretty much. Let's let me show you. I guess I'll type it in here. Right here. They're saying, yeah, I done showed you the other day how they're saying the unvaccinated or the the problem, But you can see that within a year, the persecution is going to start. You look at these, I don't know why it's saying, I'm talking about the NFL, I'm sure they're going to put a lot of that on there too, but, there's a bunch of articles I've read last night especially that was talking about, we need to start blaming the unvaccinated people. We're killing people, anyone that doesn't want to get vaccinated, and those of us that are speaking up. Right here. Let's see what she says, this lady right here. It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated.
Sue's always on Redfin, but she's never toured a house until now. Pretty cool, huh? Pick your date and time, and a local Redfin agent will help you find
the one.
Let's do this. On-demand home tours from Redfin. That's real estate done right.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We're going to enter the weekend with news that American cities are implementing new measures to make sure this fourth wave of the coronavirus pandemic doesn't spiral out of control. Philadelphia and St. Louis just joined the growing list of cities returning to indoor mask recommendations and mandates. And we learned today that schools here in D.C. and in Chicago will require masks when they reopen in the fall. And the mayor of New York City is warning tonight that vaccine mandates for indoor dining might be needed to get more people vaccinated. And there's this new projection tonight. Researchers expect COVID cases to peak again in October. That led the federal government today to order 200 million more doses of the Pfizer vaccine. Scientists say that shot is nearly 90% effective against the highly contagious Delta variant. We have a lot to get to, and CBS's Lilia Luciano is going to lead us off from Las Vegas. Good evening, Lilia.
Good evening to you, Nora. More than 1,000 people are now hospitalized here in Nevada for the first time in more than 5 months. That's why state officials are calling on federal agencies to help increase vaccinations and stop the spread. Tonight, Vegas is back in business. Tourists packing the strip. Concerts, big celebrations, and big trouble. Nevada is now one of the country's biggest COVID hotspots, along with 4 other states. Nevada's positivity rate, which measures community spread, has been on the rise for 39 consecutive days. While Clark County now requires masks for employees,
it definitely gives me a sense of safety.
There are no mandates for anyone else.
Jam-packed.
Almost no masks indoors.
Why not a mask mandate for the tourists?
So right now, we just implemented the mask mandate for the employees. That's the focus. We're not considering a mask mandate for customers or guests right now. We're going to follow the data.
As COVID surges across the country, mask requirements and recommendations are making a comeback too. St. Louis is the latest city to reinstate a mandate beginning Monday. Meanwhile, just 40% of eligible Alabama residents are fully vaccinated, meaning 60% are not as cases climb. And the state's Republican governor had some harsh words.
Folks supposed to have common sense. But it's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks. It's the unvaccinated folks that are letting us down.
The unvaccinated folks. That lady sounded like a man, didn't she? She sounded like a boss hog, for real. Let's go back and look at some other ones, though. It's everywhere. That's all they're talking about. But there are a lot of articles that these people are overlooking, you could say, but that's not what it is. They are deliberately hiding them. The stories where vaccinated people are spreading the cobra. The cobra vampire vomit one-nighter. Well, And like I said, I just got a feeling like the Most High was warning me that the persecution is coming soon. The TV was left on, a news channel, and all they talked about was unvaccinated people, how dangerous they are, how unconsiderate they are, and how the people that are on social media that are speaking out against this are really dangerous terrorists, basically. See that? Pandemic of the unvaccinated. Fact check. Let's see what this is. I'm sure these fact checks started out as satire, huh? Sure. Yeah, well, I have a uncle that worked at a camp about 10, 12 years ago in Colorado, and he said it was this state-of-the-art, huge place. And he told me that's what it was, that he thought it was. And he was a janitor cleaning it, and he said it was brand new and it had never been used. And there was all kinds of people that worked there, and they cleaned it. And he told me this was before I had ever heard of a quantum computer. He said there was a computer there in a room that had to be at a certain temperature, and he didn't know what it was. You tell me. And why that would be there, I don't know. So, yeah, it's coming soon, no doubt. But I want to show you, first of all, before I tell you this, you know how I was pleading for my mom in that video? She refused to watch that video, and she proceeded to say things to me that would have been so hurtful had I not come to the realization that she is driven by something other than herself. She, I don't even know, but instead of watching that, she called me all kinds of things, accused me of stuff that a few years ago really would have hurt me, but I overlook it now. But I was attacked several times. I had someone call me Satan. I didn't need to do that. Satan because of that video. But this is what I want to show you. And I told her when she wouldn't watch it, I told her that it was the sex act that Star was, and she said, no, it's not. Well, I want to show y'all, if anyone doesn't believe me about that. Let's just look at some of these articles. And where I learned that from was from reading. I didn't Google anything. I didn't watch YouTube videos to come up with the truth of that. I think this is what I typed before. And it has, when I told you the knowledge, to gain that knowledge of what the fruit was in the tree is so important. It is huge, and it ties into all this. All that we see going on, everything that has went on. Now let's just look. Oh, we're in news. That's why we get tall here. Okay. sex. At the point of puberty, some may be able to claim their sexual, well, there's no that. Hexagram. A 6-pointed star like a regular hexagon can be created. Let's just look at Wikipedia real quick. Greek, it's hexagram. Latin, sexagram. Is a 6-pointed geometric star figure with the whatever. Since there are no true regular continuous hexagrams, the term is instead used to refer to a compound figure of two equilateral triangles. The intersection is a regular hexagon. Let's look and see what it says. I've seen somewhere too that this has to do with the word delta. Yes, it does. And look, it says the symbol was adopted from the Hindu by the Jews from the spiritual symbol Anahata. We'll go look at that later. And look, it's called the Seal of Solomon. It has a lot to do with that too, because we know the Masons are obsessed with the Temple of Solomon. What did Solomon do? He went after strange women, and what did he bring back? He brought back the Star of Remphan, the Star of Molech, okay? Origins and shape. Usage in Freemasonry. Okay, the interlacing triangles or deltas symbolize the union of the two principles of forces, the active and passive, male and female, pervading the universe. King Solomon's Temple. Other uses. It's on the dollar bill. Sacred sex is a physical act that provides a direct connection. 6-pointed star. Jung would view the two triangles in the Star of David as a union of male and female. The triangle with the upward point would be male. See, that's exactly what this is. And there's all kinds of proof that you can find that is, in fact, what it is. Okay, when you see the Freemasons wear their aprons, that is to symbolize the aprons that the Most High used to cover up Adam and Eve. Instead of their fig leaves, it looks like an M, so that point aiming down is the female, and that is what they refer to as the Holy Grail. When you lift up that point, there's a triangle pointing up. That's what it's all about. Sexual symbols as a union of male and female. The triangle with the upward point would be male, and the inverted triangle would symbolize a woman's delta. See? That's what this is all about. The Cobra Vampire 19, the delta all of this, their symbol, their obelisk. This is all about the fallen angels, what they did. Everything has to do with that. And people like my mom wears that on her neck. It's sad, Nishpaka. But look into it. And I got another video I'm going to make regarding the tree. And it's got a lot more info that you're going to want to hear. But for now, I don't have much time. I just wanted to show you that. I love y'all. Shalom, shalom. Peace out. Big D.